In this tutorial, I want to show you how to use QRstuff.com to generate plain text. This would be something that you would want to do if you're making task cards or activities centers for your classroom. In your pamphlet, if you'll notice, there is a QR code link for a PDF document. And the document is going to be called our Scoot Project. And this is going to be a way that you can create task cards quickly. I've already went ahead and made the template for you. I typically use the PowerPoint program to do that because I can manipulate it easier. I can insert pictures or clip art. I can make text look the certain way that I want to. I don't really have to worry about justification that I would in a Word document. So that's just a suggestion. On the first page you have the title. It's in a text box, so you can just click it and then you can change it to whatever you want. You also could add clip art here, different fonts if you want to. If you have any questions on that, please don't hesitate to email any of us and we'll help you out. Page 2 and 3 are going to be the actual task or Scoot cards. I've went and made 20 of those. And they're already pre-numbered 1 through 10. Page 3 is going to be 11 through 20. If you want to make more of these, if you have a larger class, click the sheet, the page over here on the left side, and then you can go up to File, and you want a new from template. Or I'm sorry, you don't. You want to go and insert duplicate side. And that's also going to be Shift, Command, and D. That would be your shortcut. So let's do that. And what it does is it copies the previous slide, and then you can go into the new slide and you can renumber that if you need to make it a larger group. The last page on this document is going to be the actual page that your student or the project, the group, submit with their answers in each of these boxes, and they correspond to the number of task cards that you have. So I'm going to go back to page 2. This is my task card for number 1. You could put questions in here as a pre-test, post-test, a formative test, just a center activity. And if you have a dynamic question that you need to ask, you might actually do it in a text box. But because these are already cells, I can type directly into these boxes. And I'm just going to do a very simple one. So 10 plus 12 equals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a QR code and put it on the right side inside of that cell. So when I cut these apart, the QR code's right there for the students to self-check. And sometimes when I have my students do this on the sheet that they're putting their answers down on, the recording sheet, I'll have them highlight the problem if they've got it wrong and go ahead and fix it here. So it's a learning opportunity, but it also gives me an assessment as well. So once I have my problems in place, and we're just going to do the first one, I'm going to go back to the internet and I want to go to QRstuff.com. And the type of data that we want to generate with our QR code is going to be plain text. So I'm going to come down here and click. And all I want to put is the answer because I don't want the kids to have too much visual distractions. So 10 plus 12 is 22. I'm going to put 22 in our text box. I'm going to click Dynamic. And then on the right side, and here's something that's really neat. If you wanted to change it and do different colors, you have the selection and the ability to do it here. I prefer it to be black. It stands out if I do add clip art, and it also is better on your ink. And I want to push Download QR code. Sometimes on the older Macs, you have to actually go into where it downloads it and find that file. But mine's a newer model, so I can just come up here and I can save it. I also can do something really cool. I can pull my mouse to the left corner, pull down, highlight that QR code, and I want to copy it. So I go to Edit and Copy, or my shortcut is going to be Command key, which is to the left of my space bar, and the letter C, Command C, and that copies it. So I want to copy that image, and I'm going to go back to that PowerPoint that I was working on earlier. And there's my task card. And all I have to do is push Paste. And again, the reason why I do this in PowerPoint is that I can manipulate everything so much easier. I'm just going to click on top of it, which highlights that QR code, because basically it's a JPEG, it's a picture, it's just a file, it's a picture I can do anything with. I can make it really large, I can make it really small, I can even turn it if I want to do that. But I'm going to make it a little bit larger. And then I'm going to click and drag it right into that task card. So number 1 has the problem of 10 plus 12. The kids are going to go to their recording sheet, put their answer in here. But before they leave that task card or that space, if this is a Scoot activity, they're going to scan this QR code to see if they're correct. And that's all you have to do.